evening. Welcome to the Black and Brown Movement Radio.
Yo, check 1 2.
Check 1 2.
Check 1 2. Yeah, we up in there, Black and Brown Movement.
Intellectual property not being done properly, making my art a mockery of poverty of quality. No word, real glossary. They're doing this sloppily while I'm doing this scholarly. The lack of intellectual property has been causing me auditory neuropathy, nerve damage to my eardrums. The nativity of creativity, there is none. From the lyrical content to the absence of natural musical instruments, the sound waves are sent electronically, digitally remastered with no real harmony. It's harming me and alarming me. There's no mentals used when they choose tempos. It's all automated metronome, so they can rock metronome, tone and pitch not taken into consideration. No variation on notes to float. There's no hope, but they still call it dope.
Yo, people. This is my song, Intellectual Property. This is the first song, the title song of my first solo EP. You know, it's the Intellectual Property. And this is a little snippet on the first song. This is the Black and Brown Movement Podcast. Got my man I.M.C. hosting.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again. This is episode 3 of the Black and Brown Movement Podcast. Once again, bienvenidos pa mi raza, afroamericano y latino movimiento. Mi nombre es Ivan Castellón, I.M.C. Of course, I got my co-host. I have Mr. Franco Brox here already kicked it off. And I have Mr. Marcus Jones, Mr. Mad Verbal. Say what's up.
The mad scientist over there.
My peoples.
You know what I'm saying?
Wait, somebody knocking on the door. Hold on. Let me go get that. Hold on. What do you want?
What are you guys doing in here?
You don't want no part of this shit. We're doing a podcast where you got to drink a 12-pack and you talk shit.
I think I might want some of that podcast.
All right, come in.
That's what's up.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have my guest here today. I have Mr. Double B, Mr. Brandon Bradford. Give it up.
All up in the house. What's up, big dog?
Yeah, what's going on, man? I'm glad you guys invited me to the show, man. This is important to me. It's a privilege for me to be here, and I'm just happy to be a part of it, man. Thank y'all for having me here.
That's what's up.
Well, there you go. He want to be a part of this shit. You're gonna 12-pack and talk shit. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Ladies, look, I want to go ahead and first of all kill this topic off right away.
Topic.
Look,
hold on. You know we got to do the intro before we do any topic.
Well, you know what?
Intro.
Go ahead.
Do what you do, brother.
Hey, you know how we do. All right, so the intro is basically the purpose of this podcast, which is to promote independent underground artists, whether it be graffiti, dancers, painters, poets, DJs, cooks, whatever. We are here to promote the positive relations between our black and brown people, and we don't discriminate because we are I.M.C. We are international, multicultural, which means worldwide, no borders, no boundaries, no limits, no gimmicks. We are the voice of the people, and we hope that our message is received across the globe, near and far, east, west, north, and south.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it right once again, which, my bad, Craig, I forgot.
But it's the intro. You've heard it in the first 2. You'll
absolutely
heard it in this 3rd, and you'll hear it in every other
people,
podcast.
when you have a couple cold ones, of course, you feel that way. But, I want to go ahead and kick this off right away. This first topic has been bothering me the whole damn day, which is...
What is that, sir?
Which is really what's going on in the Virginia issue. It's bothering
damn KKK motherfuckers.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I love what the governor said today.
What did he say? I didn't hear it.
Well, he actually said it's like, look, we don't need you white supremacist people to bring this into our community, into our state.
No, that was the governor of Virginia.
Yes.
Okay.
This is Terry McLaughlin. I don't know how you can't pronounce his last name.
Yeah. Everybody knows that.
But
they can look it
he
up.
said it straight out. We don't need this. We came here. This is our state. This is Virginia. We migrated. We're all the same. He said migration happened in 1607 in Virginia, and if we don't want you to be part of our state. We don't want you to be part of bringing that type of environment. And saying, look, all of us, we're all as one. Doesn't matter what color are you at, or who you are, or none of that. He said, look, we're all one. We're here to bring peace. We're here to bring hardworking people. We're here to make something out of ourselves. We don't need that white supremacist shit. Which once again, before people get offended of it, is not to there's nothing to respect, disrespect. Remember, we're I.M.C. once again.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that those people that started this shit fucked it up for trying to fuck it up for everybody.
Guess what? I think I showed you the other day an actor by the name of Michael Rappaport. I think a lot of you cats might know him. You
catch him on the Big Three.
Yeah,
Ice Cube's basketball
right,
thing.
Exactly. He's white on the outside, black on the inside. He's a brother. You know what I'm saying? But he
Black ass Rappaport.
Right.
What you talking about, man?
Exactly.
He did Zebra Head.
He went off, dude, on a Facebook video he posted, and he straight said like, okay, so you got these college kids, you know what I'm saying, who ain't got nothing better to do on a Friday night than to be going out there with some tiki torches and doing this, white supremacist, Hell Hitler, you know what I'm saying, with their hands and all that, you know what I'm saying? He's like, dude, why don't you out there and go get some ass? You know what I'm saying? Why the hell you out here on a Friday night as college students? Go get some bong rips. Go get a 12-pack. Go to your damn...
Do some shrooms.
Do your toga damn party and stop being losers. That's what he was straight saying. He said, if you really wanted to do a protest, why don't you take them tiki torches and go out there to Virginia Beach and Newport News, where you know is the hood in Virginia, and go out there and do that damn protest and see if you don't
get your ass whooped.
See if you don't get them damn tiki torches stuffed up your ass. That's what he said. Straight up, word for word. You know what I'm saying?
Black Boot Parade.
Which I want to give a shout out to over to the state of Virginia. I know you guys are going through some issues over there, unfortunately. But shout out here from South Central LA over here.
Yeah, we support
our black and brown and everybody else out there.
Oh,
just you guys know that worldwide.
Hold it down, because we already know they wouldn't bring that shit out here to South Central LA.
No, hell no.
They tried in a few areas.
Bring on Florence and Normandy. Florence and fucking Normandy. Guess what's gonna happen?
Yeah, that ain't never gonna work.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. So unfortunately, that's the topic in the news, and it's an unfortunate thing, and a lot of people speaking out against it, and I'm sure there's enough people speaking for it. Just like I know you had a little issue with one of your white friends or ex-supervisors or whatever, who spoke on our last podcast topic of Kaepernick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He
went on some old rant or whatever, and I know you checked him on some educational shit. And
I don't want to put his name.
Yeah,
out
no,
there.
we're not gonna put no names, but it's funny.
He's gonna hear this anyways.
He was saying how, from what you told me, he was saying how the majority of America feels this way and whatnot. And it's like, wait a minute. Okay, at one point, the majority of America might have been white folks, but with the addition of our Latinos in this populace, as well as our black folks, if I'm not mistaken, black and brown at this point is majority. It might be a slim number or whatever, but I know we probably majority at this point, at this day and age, in this nation. And if you guys would agree or not agree,
I agree. Which brings me to the other topic is like, now, Kaepernick did what he had to do with the national anthem. Guess who else did it on Saturday? Marshawn
Lynch. Yeah,
he sat down eating a banana.
What? No.
I don't. Well, no. Yes.
You didn't tell me about the banana part.
Well, he was down sitting eating a fruit.
Dude, that's straight metaphoric right there.
And they're watching.
As my brother right here, Brandon Bradford, has a T-shirt showing a banana right here. But
he's watching his people, setting up for the anthem, and he's just sitting down eating a banana. Okay.
Eating a banana.
And now they're making a big deal. All of a sudden, I want to make it a big deal because now Lynch is doing it now.
Let me chime in.
I want to hear it.
Please do.
According to other reports, Marshawn had recently said that that's something he had actually been doing for 11 years. So he said it's nothing new.
Right,
it's kind of, and it's similar to Kaepernick, because when it started at the preseason, he had been doing that and nobody noticed,
Yeah.
And then at, what was it, like the last game, they finally, noticed, he's got the socks on,
But this
he's
is before he retired
down.
from Seahawks, right? You're talking about, right?
Marshawn Lynch?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, well, yeah, I'm saying, but, I'm comparing that to, I'm comparing Kaepernick to Marshawn Lynch.
Right.
Okay.
So basically, Marshawn Lynch said he's been doing that for 11 years. When Kaepernick did it in the preseason, he had already been doing that until like the last game where they finally noticed, and that's
Right.
when they put it on blast.
Right.
So,
right.
you know, it's going to be kind of weird. We're going to have to see what's going to happen now because it's like, okay, so what's going to happen? You're going to let Marshawn Lynch get a pass for this?
Right.
Because Kaepernick got all hell for that.
I agree.
I don't
what's
see
going to
him-
happen next? you know?
I agree with that.
I don't see him getting a pass because he's black as well, and he's blacker than.
Well,
as
he's from
skin
the
color
hood.
Wise. Yeah, he's
He's
from
from
Oakland.
Oakland. He's from the
Oakland.
hood.
He got a Super Bowl ring.
Yeah, and they already been giving him shit about all his little,
He got a Super Bowl
commentary and his,
Not speaking to the
yeah,
press.
not all that, So
He
I'm
got
sure,
a Super Bowl ring.
Yeah, exactly. So he's probably like, "Fuck you, motherfuckers," but
He got a Super Bowl ring, so he's pretty much they're gonna make some gestures about it, but
But
they
it wasn't
can't
even.
really-
But
they
if you
can't really
realize,
mess
it
with
wasn't even about him. First of all,
he
Yeah.
retired
was-
and came back. It's a new Lynch.
Right.
It's not even the same. You know what I'm saying? So it's a whole different status quo of representation. He plays for the Raiders now,
Right.
taking that stance.
Yeah.
No one paid attention to that point. What my man just pointed out.
Yeah.
okay. Well,
No,
I
that's
agree.
real.
But like
That's
I said,
real.
I mean, I'm looking forward to see what's gonna happen now that he did not take a step. He didn't kneel. He set his ass down
And ate a banana.
and ate a banana.
And that's
And now
super,
they're gonna- they're
that's
gonna
super
bring that up.
metaphorical right there. Because they call black folks monkeys. You know what I'm saying? Certain other
There's other words that
cultures
we
out
would not
there or
use,
whatever.
and I wouldn't
Yeah,
use
of
it
course
at
not.
all.
It's
I'll get
also-
very offensive myself.
Hey,
Yeah.
for real though, because we learned in church that the majority Asian population, they see us as monkeys.
Yep.
That's real.
I don't know. We
That's
watched
fact.
a video on Dr. Umar, right? Recently. Remember Dr. Umar? Devin was showing us the video.
Oh, that's right.
when
That's right.
he had visited Tokyo and China.
That's right.
And he was saying how there's certain clubs in Tokyo. I don't think Tokyo per se, but in China,
I think it was
he
in
was saying
China.
It was China.
where he
China.
couldn't go into the club, Marcus, because he was black. You know what I'm saying? So he was saying.
What year was this?
This was
Just
this
recently.
year. This year.
You didn't catch the question. It was really me being fucking funny.
Right.
Okay, no, okay. No, that makes perfect sense.
Oh, the year, the year of the monkey, or the, year of the
Oh, damn.
all of a sudden you want to come with that, huh?
Right.
Oh,
Deep in
my
it.
God, really?
Yeah, I mean,
It's 2017, and really he couldn't go in the club. The
right.
fuck?
I get it. I
Yeah.
agree.
These are the same motherfuckers that got a bomb dropped on them,
Yeah.
acting like that. What? They have adopted the Western civilization mentality, but they want to act like they're better, but then they do the same type shit in their own country. They killing children. If it ain't a boy being born, what do you mean?
Right.
Women's children will be murdered. If
Not
it's a little
to,
girl,
hey, not to mention the fact that they eat monkeys.
come on.
They eat their brains.
The monkey brains, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
I mean that's their culture. I'm not disrespecting it.
Yeah,
It is. I
that's-
mean that's
unfortunately, they
that's just
disrespect
not
the black
normal.
culture, and
Well,
That's some not normal shit though to be eating.
That's really not
animals
normal.
Like such.
yeah.
I mean, there's a certain animals that's on the eating thing. Everything else is, it's a different thing going on. The people that eat certain stuff like such.
You
Right,
know what?
right, right.
I gotta chime in right quick and give shouts out to my man Angelo Pookie White.
Crip
la-
Chronicles.
Yes, last couple podcasts we hadn't shot him out yet, and he's got a book out. You can check it out on Amazon. It's The Life of Angelo Pookie White, and he basically is one of the founders of the West Side Crips. He used to run with Tookie Williams. He talks about in his book the history of the West Side Crips and how they turned into what they turned into. He's got a nonprofit that we partner with our nonprofit, Movement Material Inc., Movement Material Kids. His nonprofit is called Safe Passage, and it's about kids getting to and from school safely, without any issues from gang members in their communities. And
Without the peer pressure.
yeah, and we're working. I know he's working on trying to make the book into a movie and a book and movie deal, and basically what we're doing as a Black and Brown Movement, by his request, is working on a soundtrack that would correlate to his book and that movie deal. I know he spoke to John Singleton, who verbally agreed to directing the movie. I know he also spoke with Dub C, who also agreed to be in the movie, and they were working on at the time they were working on that show. If you haven't seen it, check it out on FX. It's called Snowfall. which is supposed to be like the birth of crack, you know what I'm saying, back in the 80s. And
in our inner city communities by the government's trickery.
It depicts that story. So, you know, I got to give a shout out to him. Also, shout out to Mike Skilo, Conscious. She had another event. She's supposed to be here tonight, but she'll be here next week. So she'll be on the next podcast or next couple of podcasts, as well as our
brother J-Rock.
J-Rock, he will be here next week as well. And so continue to listen out for them because they'll be here. But
future dates coming up. You know, we won't say when, but we're going to surprise you with a few other underground people. You know what I'm saying, that we down with, that's down with the movement. Like my man Spec One, you might better know him as Aspect One. You know what I'm saying, from Missing Page. You know what I mean?
Much
so
props.
the Missing Pages crew. So representing, you know what I'm saying? We representing this underground and this West Coast hip hop. So shouts out to my man Spec One holding down the Lit Studios, doing his thing on production and MCing, you know what I mean, and beat making. One love.
Hey, you know what? I also want to give a shout out to my boy DJ Luigi. I want to give him a shout out. You know, unfortunately, my bad. I couldn't make it to your couple events, but I've been to your events lately. Man, he's a phenomenal DJ. Love him.
Yeah, he'll be a guest.
He'll be a guest pretty soon also.
And probably coming with our boy Robert Estrada from the Brass Monkey.
Yep.
Shouts out to the Brass Monkey, 659 South.
Which, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, I should want to go ahead and say thank you very much to our sponsors, which is Brass Monkey. I want to go ahead and thank them very much. I want to go ahead and say Monday to Thursday, there will be happy hour from 5 to 7, which is obviously is $3.50 margaritas, $3.
4 to 7, ain't it 4 to 7?
Oh, yeah, well, I guess I don't know. They always change their shit.
Oh, yeah, true.
They change their shit. 4 to 7.
Karaoke
obviously starts at 5.
Dive bar.
Obviously, you know, they have
nice atmosphere.
You know, $4 imports. I'm sorry, $4. You know, $4 domestic, $5 imports, $3.50 margaritas, $1.50 tacos, which is carne asada, chicken, and pastrami. Monday to Thursday, ladies and gentlemen, and also
pastrami, huh?
Oh yeah, pastrami
tacos off the chain.
Yeah,
I didn't even know about
and also,
that.
if you guys want a whole different scenery, hit up K-Town. Right there on 6 and Kenmore, Scala.
Escala.
You want to go there? It's 3451.
Scala, holla.
Kenmore, right? Kenmore Avenue.
Shout out to the homie Leo.
There's some good food
shout out
over
to
there.
homie Jose,
Like
to
some good
Nelson,
variety of
and
pedals.
to Fabio. I call him Fabio because you know he looks like Fabio.
Definitely.
He's
And
a
Chino,
Colombian
of course,
Fabio.
the owner, Chino.
And Chino. And I want to go
World
shout out to
famous
them.
DJ
And they got a
Chino.
good happy hour as well. 4 to 7, they have happy hour. You know,
That's all week long, right?
That's from Sunday to Monday.
Man, those tamales, the Colombian tamales,
the Colombian tamales.
wrapped in the banana leaf.
Bombay.
Yeah, you gotta try that. They got really good food there too. 6 and Kenmore, Scala. Go check it out.
As the youngsters like to say today, the motherfuckers is lit.
Oh yeah, definitely lit. Definitely lit.
Yes, indeed. So you know what? I want to go ahead and actually put more on focus on Mr. Double B over here. See, ladies and gentlemen, I'm a Niner fan, and so he was.
Cali love.
Cali love. I mean, I know I should have been an LA Rams, but that's just not me.
Don't trip.
I grew up.
Hey, we got the Green Bay Packers in the house.
Steelers, baby.
We got the
Steelers Nation
Pittsburgh Steelers
representing
in
that
the
black
house.
and yellow for all my people.
And we got the 49ers. You know what I mean?
I
It's
grew
like
up
people like who
watching
they like.
Joe Montana and Lot. I grew up with them. So,
We reign supreme. 6
you
rings.
know, so you know, my
We the
dad
kings.
introduced me to that. But you know what? I'm standing by, even though obviously I love football, but I'm standing by Double B's point. The reason why he didn't do it because the fact is, you know, you're not signing this individual, which is Kaepernick, and you're gonna boycott, and that's I agree with.
Let him speak on that. Go on.
Yeah. Go ahead and speak upon
Speak
that.
on that.
We want to
on
hear you
that.
speak it up. Speak it up, Craig.
I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. I mean, everybody has seen what's been going on for the past year or so, you know, with Kaepernick's protest.
Racist.
You know, all day, every day. I mean, you can see it. It's easy. I mean, all the dude did. Well, you know
Take
what I'm
a
saying?
stand.
He just took a stand on the grandest stage of them all, right? Ain't that the grandest stage of them all?
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
If you do that on the NFL Network, man, you hitting, you know, everybody
Millions
gonna see
of
that.
people, yeah.
It worked out.
Yeah.
And that was the plan. You know what I'm saying? He did it. You know what I'm saying? And what he got was positive and negative feedback.
Because
You know
right
what I'm
now,
saying?
hey, I don't mean to cut you off, my brother
No
B,
problem.
but I'm right here listening to you, but I'm, you know, trying to see what's going on in the world. And Seahawks Michael Bennett sits for national anthem before the game. You know what I'm saying? So it's still going on. Black power is standing strong. Y'all got to recognize.
And it goes back to John Carlos in the Olympics.
We tired of being overlooked. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Ancestors, blacks was slaves to build it. Y'all still acting like y'all can't yield the right of way. Got to give it up. It's a brighter day.
So that's pretty much what you're pretty much standing for.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't do anything wrong. I mean, come on, man. I mean, we can look at history. I mean, recent history. I mean, Ben Roethlisberger. Ain't he a rapist?
Hey, he my quarterback, but I don't.
Allegedly, he was never convicted of it, but
he wasn't convicted.
I get your point.
To even have this shit the accusation is not good. That means why was you even in that area to even get the finger pointed at you?
And this is coming from a Steelers fan.
And he's a parent. He's a father, so I don't condone that. And I'm a diehard Steelers fan.
I mean, going back in a little while back in the Packers history, and me as a Packers fan, one of our best tight ends of all time, Shimura. Was charged on some molestation stuff. I don't even know if he was convicted either, but I get your point on that, man. That's some real stuff. I mean, there's I know a couple NFL players. One got he was convicted of manslaughter. You know, drinking and driving. Someone got killed, whatever. You know, I don't know if you heard it. I think he was from the Eagles or something. I'm not sure. Let me check my facts, whatever. But I mean, I've heard of it on sports radio. They've mentioned him. They've mentioned Ray Rice. They've mentioned other players who've done way worse things. And they, you know what I'm saying, you know, some of them were allowed back. Ray Lewis, you know, charged of murder and, you know.
No, what's his name? Who was with the Panthers, yo? And then the Cowboys picked him up. Little or whatever his name was.
Right. Yeah.
That dude's got like multiple DVs, yo.
What was that other dude? Greg. Greg Hardy. Greg Hardy.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Hardy.
Yeah.
Greg Hardy. He got like 6-7 DVs, yo.
Yeah.
And he ain't getting blackballed the way Kaepernick's getting blackballed for taking a stance against racial violence by our civil servicemen that are signed the contract to protect us as citizens, but they're murdering us. That means us individually as black and brown, a few sprinkles of white here and there, but it is what it is. We are the ones being slaughtered.
Right.
Yep, that's what
so I mean,
man.
so that's your concept. What you feel, right?
Yeah, I just feel that he's not getting a fair shake for a person who, you know, they're talking about giving Kaepernick a second chance, where he doesn't even. What second chance? He never
violated.
What?
Dexter Manley got more.
His first chance.
Dexter Manley got more opportunity than that and violating the rules of smoking crack. So that shit's retarded and bullshit.
I mean, it's unfortunate, you know what I mean, that the NFL owners have made it crystal clear of what their stance is on this situation and
with these nuts, excuse me.
You know, how they've, you know, not responded in other situations or in the same way, and you know, so it's really bias on their, you know, part, and it's an unfortunate situation. We spoke on it last week. We're not gonna, you know, keep it going, you know, but we wanted to give you as a 49er fan,
absolutely, yeah, just chiming in,
opportunity.
You know?
Who's better, Kendrick Lamar or J. Cole?
Oh, you said that earlier. I love that.
So this is the question, wasn't it?
This is the question.
I love that. Hey, let's each give our opinions on that, and so, you know what I mean. You want to start it off?
Let the audience know. Let the audience know.
Okay.
And you can comment on YouTube when you guys see the channel.
Give us your opinion. Give us your opinion.
Give us your
Black
feedback.
and Brown Movement.
I'm curious to know.
Brown Movement 88, all one word, all lowercase.
Who would you guys actually choose?
No, it's you first, and then
no. I'm putting it out the top
to the audience. Yeah, I got
to the audience, and then they can comment on that.
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar or J. Cole?
Right.
So I'll go first.
Okay. Love that question, by the way. Good shit.
It's a tough situation. It's a tough call.
Oh, that was B. Yeah, he brought that up beforehand.
But you know what?
I don't take credit for shit
I
don't do.
will literally go with Kendrick.
Okay.
Because the way he preaches words about, you know, the hood and everything else, and so is J. Cole too. But it's kind of hard, man. I don't know.
I think it's very hard.
It's very hard.
But I already know. I mean, you got, you know, I know where you're coming from.
I mean,
B?
I don't think it's hard. I mean, J. Cole's very dope. Don't get me wrong. I've seen a little bit of his HBO special, but it took him a minute to get there. You know what I mean?
All right. So Double B, what you got? Who do you choose?
Well, I mean, I'm gonna be totally honest with you. It is hard, and let me, before I get to my answer, let me ask you guys a question. Now, do we have to choose one, or can we make a case on why both of them are great in their own in their own way.
Respect.
I would completely agree with you. And by the time it got back around to me, I think it would have been last or whatever. But what I was gonna say is how much respect they have for each other. And how much love they have for each other. And I knew there was supposed to be a collab that was supposed to come out.
I've been waiting for that.
It was an album, right? A whole album.
Yeah.
But
But they're neighbors together.
Yeah.
I love that fucking song.
But Brandon was the one that showed me the video. What was it called? Friday or
Black Friday.
Black Friday. He showed me a video where they did at least collab on a song, and that shit was dope as fuck. And so I think that's why people, including myself, especially as a hip-hop fan, was really anticipating that whole album of a collaboration. And I know how much they have respect for each other and like each other and you know, recognize that their skills are kind of on the same level. And so yeah, that's an excellent, you know, what they call a follow-up question to the first question. And so that's how I would say, like, man, I'm with you on that. And when it got to me, I would have picked Kendrick. But I mean, I can't, you know, diss Cole at all. You know what I'm saying? I really love that that last song he came out with, The Neighbors.
With J. Cole, that was
I'm selling dope. You know what I'm saying?
All right,
talking about how he moved out to the suburbs, and you know what I'm saying, the whole song, the concept and everything, that shit was dope.
So what is who do you choose?
I will look. I'm gonna choose Kendrick.
Yeah,
I'm gonna choose Kendrick, and the reason why I'm gonna choose Kendrick is because we relate to him more. He's from where we're from.
Right, exactly.
You know, everything he talks about, we relate to.
true.
You know, we've been
Life
here. We
lived
see
experience.
it. We see it. We've seen it throughout our lives. We've been born and raised in it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So everything he talks about, you know, and, you know, we could just, you know, sit back and listen to him and be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I know what street he talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I've been over there. Oh, I know. Yeah, they be serious. You know, we know what's up. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm going to pick Kendrick. J. Cole is dope.
Yeah.
He's right there with Kendrick.
I gotta give him props too on
absolutely.
that song Smile.
Yeah.
When he was talking about, like, you know, people's teeth and how, like, he was talking about his own teeth was crooked and this and that, and he was like, it don't matter. And his song was deeper than just talking about teeth, but the song was about teeth.
I mean, my
you know what I
shit's
mean?
crooked,
Beautiful
but I don't
smile.
give a
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like it doesn't matter what's
That don't make my
what might be
personality.
wrong with your teeth. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
You gonna smile and it's a beautiful smile because it's your smile, and you know that was dope, and I thought that really spoke to, I think he was really speaking a lot more towards females, you know what I'm saying,
right.
and making sure that they feeling good about themselves no matter how they look or whatever, and you know that they, you know, have that self-esteem and self-confidence, like, you know what I'm saying, besides a smile, you know, whatever your body type is or whatever you look like, whatever, it doesn't matter. You're beautiful, you know
That's
what I'm
right.
saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
And,
You're so beautiful.
yeah, I thought. whoa.
I mean, we're all beautiful.
Hey,
right?
shouts out to the P Tours, by the way.
Oh.
People who don't know.
Whoa.
People
Woo,
don't
woo,
know
woo.
the P Tours. You know, we used to work at a certain job, which we won't name.
I don't want to mention that
No.
job.
Right, we won't. But
All I want to say is,
Woo, woo, woo.
whoa. Hey, you know what? I also want to give shouts out to all them Grand Poodles and all them pitchy pandecos out there.
by the way,
Pinchy Pendecos.
And
by the way,
I
we
love
have
all y'all.
By the way, Bronx does not really speak fully Spanish.
No. Mi vocabulario es muy
pequeño.
limitado, mi español es muy malo, but you know, it's all good.
I'm the only one that hears fully speaking Spanish.
Okay, look,
mean,
now you want to
we
pat
got an
yourself on the
award.
back.
We
and
got an
shit like
award.
that.
Hey, you know what? Hey, give me that award, all right? Hey.
Here it goes. A micro mini slot
Oh,
loader.
micro mini. It's like, oh shit, really? That's
We need
really.
to go ahead on and bake him some cookies.
Right. You want a cookie, motherfucker?
Oh no, you want banana bread?
Shit.
You want literally the bread and then the
No,
banana,
banana
in
in the middle? Yeah, no.
I don't think you want that.
No dicky do for me, buddy.
I think it's Marcus' turn though on that Kendrick.
Well, I've been waiting on him,
What's
but
going
he's
on,
been
Marcus?
late.
How you feeling?
Don't. You know my steez. Rest in peace, Guru. It's like this, man. J. Cole's come a long way, but you have to look at the time that it's taken him to arrive where he's arrived. Dope artist. Totally dope. I've been digging him since he came out. I fought for him when people was talking crap about him, talking about he cried too much and he whined too much, but they wasn't paying attention to what he was really doing and what he was talking about. You know what I mean? So I've always supported what he started with because he always painted a beautiful picture, you know what I'm saying, of what was real and what he believed and felt. Right. He wasn't really tripping the industry and giving them what they wanted. He was giving the people what it's about. Yeah. Flip it in reverse. The people. Hip-hop, baby.
Hip-hop for the people.
Hip-hop for the people. That's what it's all about.
Black and Brown Movement. There's no culture. The Africanos to Chicanos.
Movement. So, J. Cole gets mad respect and props, but I'm from the West, man, and Compton's only like 8 miles away from me. You know what I'm saying?
Not far at all.
Not far at all. And I represent all of this Cali. 213. All day, every day.
213-323-805 310
West Coast,
626,
West Coast. We the left coast. We do it the most. We the left coast. We do it the most. Y'all know what it is. That's why y'all come here to do your videos. Don't act like it ain't what it is. Let's keep it real.
That's
you know
right.
What I'm saying? We got new imagery.
Keep it real.
We got new imagery in Cali, so it can look like it's New York. Y'all stop fronting. That's why y'all need to be getting tickets put on y'all when y'all get here to make sure y'all pay y'all quota. Keep that shit on the West. Let's keep it real. Hip hop. Let's keep it real. Ain't no East Coast, West Coast beefs. It's just paying respect. You know what I'm saying? Vice versa. When brothers go to the East, the same shit applies. I mean, it's just rules. True. You know what I mean? These new fools got to understand what it is. And that's the simplicity of it.
Hey,
so you know what I mean?
In the background.
Kick, push, skate. You know what I mean?
Keep
moving forward.
Keep it pushing, right? Keep it pushing, moving forward. That's what's up.
So, but Kendrick gets my vote just on the simplicity of he's really repping the West. He's representing our city, really completely. But his versatility that I've just watched from his beginning to the Grammys, and when I watched his Grammy performance, yo, man, come on, dude. You guys, him and Bruno Mars have been the most epic Grammy performances in years now, man. I don't even watch the Grammys anymore, but I made sure to catch them two cats on their 2 times when they were on there. And
they do the extras.
Dude, come on.
Hey, that Kendrick performance though, when he was wearing the gel,
the all white.
Oh man,
doing it with my
deep.
That was deep,
real deep.
He was doing it with the D-Punk, Daft Punk.
Man, that shit was dope.
That was a song. He started
shout
off
out
with
to
Black
Daft
and
Punk
Berry
too. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Straight up.
He killed that shit.
Yo,
I give it to
his whole
him.
set was fucking fire.
It was.
Or your young kids say today in 2017, that shit was ultra lit.
Hey, quick question to you though, Marcus.
What it do?
This is for everybody though. Real question. You ready? Yo.
Go for it.
Kendrick Lamar, Prince or King of LA right now?
Prince or King of LA?
Prince or King of LA right now?
Right now?
Kendrick.
I give him the crown.
Yeah, he gotta have. Yeah,
I
agree.
Him the crown.
I agree.
Only representing something with substance.
You got to give him the crown because when you ask that question, my first thought is, okay, who would be the prince? And I'm like, I'm thinking too long. Automatically, I'm thinking King. Well, shit, he's been holding it down for a minute, and he's been doing big things.
He scratched the surface.
Yeah, so I got to give it to him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shouts out to that whoever produced and directed and filmed and all that. And shouts out to my brother Marcus who brought it to my attention that the Defiant Ones on HBO.
Yo,
that was dope, man.
That
was dope. Kendrick was in that. He was a part of it because he comes from, the understudy of Dr. Dre
and Compton,
and Compton, and then everyone has seen the Straight Outta Compton movie, which I thought was a pretty decent portrayal
Niggas with attitudes
of the NWA. Some things might have been left out here and there, but I mean, as it goes, overall, I thought it was a pretty good portrayal. We all know the history of NWA. We all know the history of Dr. Dre. But the biggest thing that I got from that whole thing was Jimmy Iovine's journey. And him, just getting into music by chance. You know what I'm saying? He went to high school. He graduated high school, was decent. Didn't go to a major university. Went to some college, got some kind of degree. But his sister used to run with some people, who worked in studios and got him a job. His first job was sweeping at a studio.
Then they put him on the boards on the random.
No, before that he got fired from sweeping at a studio. Who the fuck gets fired from sweeping?
I missed that part.
No, yeah, he got fired from sweeping. So then
I got fired for taking a shit. What?
Oh well, that's another subject. That's a whole nother subject. That's some random ass shit.
I
but
just
okay.
wanted to go use the restroom, but unfortunately I got
Okay.
fired.
Hey, you know.
That's not important.
Hey, I
Let's
guess
get back
shit
to that.
happens, right?
But yeah, shit happens.
Shit.
Real life, y'all.
So yeah, he got fired for sweeping. Then he came. They brought him back.
No, what happened was his sister gave him another job at a studio, and he had a 90-day like trial period at that job, and it went towards the end of the 90 days, and he got fired from that job.
He felt bad.
Yeah, he
Like,
felt
my
bad, and
folks
he
are
was
gonna
like,
think I'm a
"Oh, you know
loser."
what?" He felt like he couldn't go back to his sister to ask her for another job. But when he was at the last job, he had met an artist at the studio, and
like
so
Patsy
he made a
something.
friendship with that artist, and
Friendship.
he
Friendship.
he asked that artist, who happened to be a female, but asked her, like, you know, to help him out. So she gets him another job at another studio, which happened, and I forget the name of that studio, but it was a big studio in New York. And so I'm gonna end the story real
Basically,
quickly.
he ends up recording her album.
That too, but what happened was it was a Sunday, Easter Sunday, and they called him into work, and his mom was like, he's like, "Mom, I gotta go to work," and she's like, "What are you talking about? It's Easter Sunday. We got food. We got family coming. What are you talking about?" He's like, "Mom,
I gotta go,
go.
I gotta go.
So she's like, "All right." So he goes to work. Come to find out, the assistant engineer,
Quits.
no, he wouldn't come in because it was Easter Sunday. So because Jimmy Iovine came in, and mind you, the owner of the studio, who was an engineer, started teaching him when he first started working there how to start working the boards and whatnot.
But
You
when
know
he
what
got
I'm
on the
saying?
board, I saw that little episode. He ain't know shit.
No, he didn't.
even openly admitted it
He
when
didn't
they
know
interviewed
nothing
him.
about nothing. But he had learned a little bit by the owner, and so he calls him in. So he goes to the studio and walks in the studio and sees John Legend. Not John Legend. Listen to me.
John Lennon.
John Lennon. Excuse me.
him.
John Lennon. I said John Legend. He sees John Lennon. So he ends up being assistant engineer on a project with John Lennon. And that was his first project. And John Lennon loved him. I guess he ended up working with Bruce Springsteen.
They were real close.
He ended up working with Stevie Nicks after she broke up with Fleetwood Mac and did her solo thing. He produced that. He even dated her for a while. And, you know, he just kind of blew up. He worked with so many people in the industry.
You would never know.
No, and I didn't know all these people he worked with. And he just kind of blew it up. And then he moved from producing people and engineering people to, you know, becoming an executive. And
So he
I
went
first
from a
learned
janitor.
Records.
He went from a janitor to
Yeah.
to an executive.
I first
Yeah,
learned about him
exactly.
on the Sessions episodes when I
Exactly.
was taking the ins and outs of the music business, and he was one of the persons doing the sessions, gave a personal, you know what I'm saying, like 10-minute little, basically, you know what I'm saying, where he spoke to us or whatever through the video and gave us insights on the music business and so forth and so on. Him, David Cohen, different, you know what I'm saying, Def Jam dude was David Cohen at the time, but yeah, the guy is just smart, man. Just
Genius.
just the bottom line
He's
to
a
it all.
genius in the industry,
He,
man.
like he's telling you, if he rolls up on you, he says he's looking for the next Tupac. Bring it. If you don't bring it, he's rolling out.
Yep.
But if you got it, you're gonna get picked up.
I
That-
mean,
you know-
when he hooked it up with Dre, you know, they started their relationship in the bond, and there was they showed part of the video in the documentary where, you know, I guess it was Iovane's birthday or whatever, and he talked about how Dre, you know, was, you know, so great with him. I mean, whether he was fucking Dre or not, we don't know. You know what I'm saying? Whether Dre was fucking him, we don't know. I mean, we know about Dre. and his-
I don't think
his sequin outfits and you know, world class wrecking crew. You know, shouts out to Dre, by the way. But I'm
no
just
pun
saying,
intended,
you know
no
what I'm saying?
pun
No pun
intended.
intended. But I mean, like when I'm sorry, my bad. I didn't mean to throw you guys off like that, but there was a part in the Defiant Ones when Dre says like people had sponsors that be coming to him for some years and wanted him to sponsor a bunch of shit,
And
he
says
kept saying no,
no,
and then somebody
no.
wanted him to put his name on a shoe or something.
No.
And so he had a meeting with Iovine, and Iovine was like, he's like, fuck sneakers, man. You need to get into speakers. And, you know, that's where the Beats by Dre came about. And, you know, I mean, the rest is history, whatever. I mean, it was a dope documentary, and more than anything, it gave inspiration to me to see, and, you know, my brother who pointed out to me that, you know, if you have a dream, you know what I'm saying, no matter where you start, usually start at the bottom, you know, you work your way up. And, you know, sometimes it's not about, you know, what you know, but who you know and who you fuck and who fucks you, whatever.
ADD, baby.
Whoa,
Listen,
you right about
ADD.
that. All right.
Excuse me. It's
You better
ADD.
come down with that bomb, man.
Well, I mean,
It's
our
ADD.
guest over here
You ain't
is
getting
putting
it.
gestures.
Like,
and
see,
shit.
well, I
ADD.
mean, he hasn't said a word.
He's having
'cause he's-
ADD moments right now. Like, I'm trying to point out something, fucker. ADD. The point of what he was just saying, dreams and so forth. ADD. You can't steal it. It's already been copywritten right here on the Black and Brown Movement Podcast. Ambitions, dreams, and destiny. That's ADD, folks. Not the negative medical aspect of
Positive
it,
spin.
but a positive spin.
Yeah, no doubt.
Ambitions, dreams, and destiny. And it's really for the kids. You grown-ups, you already missed your turn. But you still can get it if you really want it. Because dreams never die unless you let them.
That's real.
Real talk.
Real talk, real shit.
That's real
spit.
talk. See, I can't hate on what he's saying because it's true.
Yep, no doubt.
Also, want to give a shout out, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, also one more sponsor I want to give out is actually Mr. Jesse Kova. If you guys need a photographer for any quinceañeras or any sweet 16s or anything overall, any type of events, it's Jesse Kova Photography. Look him up, jessecophotography.com.
You said Kova. Is that
Kova.
You gotta
C-
spell it out. I mean, some
Okay,
people
well-
are stupid, dog. I mean, is
You-
it
you-
C-O-V-A or?
What's wrong with you, man? You don't say that.
I mean, come on, dude.
All right.
Let's be real about it. I'm just
Okay,
saying.
but you don't say that.
Okay, boys. No fighting.
I'm not trying to fight.
No, but
I'm just saying.
spell the name out, because you said
Fine.
it last time, and I'm like, Kova, okay.
Right.
what is it,
Okay, so the
C-O-V-A?
J with the J.
Yeah.
E-S-S-E.
Right.
C as in cat.
Okay.
O as in Oscar. V
Okay.
as in Victor. A as in Apple.
Okay. So I was on
Photography.
point. I was on point.
Photography.com.
I was
So
on
go ahead
point.
and see
Kova.
him.
I thought it was C-O-V-A, but some people might think K-O-V-A or
Yeah, because motherfuckers be talking
Kova,
about people.
C-O-V-A-H.
They
or,
can't
you know what I
get.
mean?
They can't get the
Just-
simple.
So look, check them out. Check
Hip-hop and
photography.com.
people, They be talking about.
Check them out. Just go photography.com. And also hit him up.
Accent marred over them.
Hit him up for his tuxedo as well, because he has a
Phonics people.
tuxedo shop.
Phonics.
Call his number 323-791-7692. Give him a call. Tell him, hey, your brother Ivan put you out
Ivan
there.
C.
Ivan C. And hopefully he'll hook you with this little discount.
That's what's
And
up.
so hit him up if you guys are interested or need an event going on. Best believe that he'll give you the best package of photography or videography, and also suiting you up and booted. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it's all about.
Okay. Well, while you say that, we might as well go on and shout out, you know what I'm saying, Hip Hop for the People, Black and Brown Movement. You know, we got that gear for you. We got shirts for you. I mean, we could do vinyl, silk screen, you know what I'm saying? And, for any events you might have, like family reunions or for your business or whatever the case may be.
La la.
Intellectual property not being done properly,
Which
making my
is-
art a mockery of poverty of quality. No word, real glossary. They're doing this sloppily while I'm doing this scholarly. The lack of intellectual property has been causing me auditory neuropathy, nerve damage to my eardrums. The nativity of creativity, there is none. From the lyrical content to the absence of natural musical instruments, the sound waves are sent electronically, digitally remastered with no real harmony. It's harming me and alarming me. There's no mentals used when they choose tempos. It's all automated metronome, so they can rock metrodome, tone and pitch, not taking into consideration. No variation on notes to float. There's no hope, but they still call it dope. Intellectual property not being done properly, making my art a mockery of poverty of quality. No word, real glossary. They're doing this sloppily while I'm doing this scholarly. out of tune unless it's auto-tune. In the studio from midnight to high noon, from January to June, talking about they single coming out soon. Chords not in rhythm, the cadence is missing, no hymns are given, and the phrase is not living cause the structure is ruptured. There's no arrangement if you can't name it. It starts with a 4 to 8 bar intro, so there's a song they can get into, then a 4 to 8 bar hook that's been cooked. Some don't know about a chorus like a bouquet from a florist. The verse is dead, it arrives in a hearse, and the cold ass bridge just pulled out the fridge in the outro. You know what? Fuck it, I'm outro. Intellectual property not being done properly, making my art a mockery, a poverty of quality, no word, real glossary. They're doing this sloppily while I'm doing this scholarly.
Politicians, we can see the light if we share a common
Sir,
vision.
glad to be here.
I appreciate you for actually doing this.
Boycotts in these cities, civil demonstrations, raids against the vicious conflicts with opposition. Doesn't matter if you semi-tone pregnant in the kitchen, screaming on this megaphone.
Real quick, before you go there, I just want to give props out to my man Hondo, who produced that track you just heard, IP, Intellectual Property, on my solo EP. And that's the title track there, and I got to give props to my man Hondo, who produced that track. Did it from scratch right there in his studio in Vegas, and his boy who came out and did the feature verse on there, real dope. And I appreciate both of them, and definitely giving props out to Hondo, my man Hondo from Vegas. Go ahead.
Well, like I was saying, which we appreciate that. I just want to go actually now bring them the top 5.
Top 5.
Top 5. Que es esa madre, cabrón? A la virga. So now we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and actually.
Hey, props out to all my vapors out there. All right, get to this top 5. Top 5.
I'm trying to get the.
He's trying to get there.
Okay.
Top 5 West Coast artists, right?
Yeah, top 5. Because we got to give our guests.
In honor of Brandon Bradford over here.
Yeah,
that was his request.
Brandon, you gotta go.
Let me start this off, man. I'm gonna go ahead on and say, look, top 5 West Coast rappers of all time. I'm gonna start off with Ice Cube.
Yeah.
Can I get a shout out for Ice Cube, y'all?
Yeah. Big
Yeah.
whoa. Doing big things with that big 3. You know what I'm saying? Bringing back retired NBA players, making sure they get some pay and things. Big ups to that cat. He keeping it real.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Either way it goes. You know what I'm saying? Hey, he is the NWA. Can I get an agreement on that?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
He was them.
Yeah.
Him
I
and
agree.
Dr. Dre. They made NWA.
He was the best lyricist. Obviously, wrote for them cats, and he did a lot. And the fact of No Vaseline.
No Vaseline.
In my opinion, that was the best diss record of all time. In my opinion, he murdered them fools on that.
Definitely one of the best.
Yeah, true that.
Well, if we're going on that, then I'm gonna go ahead to my number 2, DJ Quick.
Okay.
DJ Quick, y'all.
Right.
All right,
man.
DJ Quick, I'll give it.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
It's true.
One of the greatest West Coast rappers of all time.
Very
Yes, sir.
underrated.
And
DJ
producer.
I'm gonna throw in number 3. One person I actually forgot, but I'm gonna throw him in this one because this guy single-handedly himself dismantled G Unit. I'm gonna throw in there the game, people, the game.
Oh wow!
Okay.
Whoa, that's a big statement.
Single-handedly.
G you not.
Okay,
G
single-handedly. Okay, you know what it is. Volume 1 through 3. You know what I'm saying?
G
Ghost
Unit.
Unit, Black Wall Street, you name it. G Unit lost Reebok shoe deals.
Hey, you know what?
The game ended him, man.
The
I'm
game
telling you.
came a long way. From the little love show. What was it? The Love or Love
Come
Night
on,
or
man.
whatever
If you
it
gonna
was.
touch it, you gotta touch it right. The nigga started underwear modeling.
That's
Oh,
real.
right.
That's how it started.
He came a long way from all that.
I
to,
ain't mad.
to-
I'm trying to do that shit right now.
On the real.
47 with a pack and banging that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's my number 3 of the game.
What's number 4?
Number 4,
What's
man.
number 4?
Number 4, I'm gonna put early corrupt Young Gotti.
Young Gotti.
Okay, corrupt
okay.
Young Gotti.
Battle
Early corrupt
warrior.
Young Gotti. Okay.
From Philly to LA, I got
Okay,
you on that.
Philly
I got
to
you
LA.
on that.
I mean, we're talking about a lyricist, y'all. Okay, we're talking about a dude who used to put it down. Okay, one of the best rappers of all time at the time.
I mean,
he
he
was
had
one of the top rappers
he had that
at the
East
time.
Coast flavor and brought it to the whole West Coast style.
That's
so
real.
yeah, I give you that.
That's real. And
now the last one.
number 5, get that drum roll. Yo, number 5, West Coast rappers of all time, man. I'm gonna have to go ahead on and go with my man, Snoop Dogg. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yo.
That's what's
Whoa.
up.
Yo,
Oh,
Yo.
that's what's up.
he was one of the originators of this West Coast movement,
Definitely.
West Coast hip hop movement, West Coast rap movement, whatever, however you want to name it. You know,
Shouts out to
He did
the
that.
Snoop League. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
League all
Snoop
day.
League.
Marcus and
Shout
I
out.
coached in that league.
4
you know
years
what
of
I'm saying?
coaching.
My sons played in that league. My
Wow,
daughter
okay.
cheered for that league. So
Snoop get mad respect for that right there.
he banged on me one day, you know. But that's a whole other story, you know what I'm saying?
You don't like your food?
No, I mean, he
Nah,
apologized.
it's
He
about the whole football
apologized.
thing.
But he passionate about his league, so I.
You know
give him
McCarthy
that.
from the Packers. Homie, I know you're a Packers fan. But
Oh
relax.
yeah. No
You know
doubt.
McCarthy.
No doubt. Okay, who's next on their top 5?
all right, who got the next one?
Well, that'd be Marcus. Mr. Jones. You gotta go
I'm
get it.
last, baby. I want to hear everybody else.
That's
last
on you
talk.
then.
Oh,
It's on
what?
you.
Oh, so everybody
I.M.C. top 5 West Coast of all time.
Well, I'll give it Ice Cube number 1. Obviously.
All right, yeah.
Very poetic and very
you on that.
lyrical, and I have to give it to be what he said. It wasn't for
Yeah.
Yeah, keep talking, nigga.
You might hear music and he went, oh.
Yeah, he froze and shit.
Do that shit in the background. Go ahead,
Well,
go
you
ahead.
haven't. Well, you gave Ice Cube on. Well, you can start over.
I'll start. Like
Yeah.
I said, number 1, I'll give it to Ice.
Coordination, stop. Get it.
All right, go for it.
Number 1 will be Ice Cube because it's poetic and like how Puppy said,
Fuck that man for you.
it wasn't for him, and you will not
You
be
said Ice
noticed.
Cube because he be doing what? He's representing their mental health.
Boy, yeah.
Oh yeah.
So and then number 2,
Even though he wore
number 2 is
pink
gonna be a tough
Lacoste
one.
and penny loafers and went to Taft High School,
My-
but
My
he
number
was still hard.
My number 2 will be I don't know, Pac for me.
Okay.
Two.
Too peasy.
Pac.
I ain't mad at that. Can't nobody be mad at that.
Because in the 90s, obviously he was our era,
California love.
and
He's another East Coast kid who came to
Yeah.
the West and
Born
held
on
it
that
down.
raised on the West, yep.
he became himself to be the West. So I'll give him mad props for that. Number 3, I would say DJ Quick. I like his style, and he speak upon what's going on the West Coast as well. Number 4 will be Kendrick.
Okay.
Kendrick's always up there as well. He's speaking about
It's that
the
new
president of the
school
future.
West Coast. Yep.
Yeah, president of the future. Number 5. Actually, I will say. This is gonna be a tough one to say. Shit.
It's okay, man. It can be a little hard, man. There's so many
Yeah,
greats.
There's quite a few.
So many greats out this way.
I'll say Corrupt.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
I like Corrupt.
Young
Young
Gotti.
version of Corrupt.
Battle warrior.
Right.
Yes, indeed.
Freestylist. Okay.
All right, go ahead, Broxy. Kill it.
All right. I'm gonna switch things up here. I mean, it's been consistent in the last 2, top 5s of Ice Cube being number 1, and I give him props. Like I said, I mean, I know the stories of the pink Lacoste and the penny loafers and going to Taft High School out in the valley. The other fact is, I know that me and my brother rolled up on him up in our hood when he was filming Higher Learning, and we made it through the FOI security, and I had a serape on, and my brother had a big afro at the time, and so we rolled up on him at his little trailer, and he kind of got a little scared and ran up in the trailer, but you know what I mean, lyrically.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He had to go ahead on and throw that in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He had to let you know about Ice Cube. He had to go ahead and
Everybody
he had to let you know.
Had a moment.
He had to let you know.
I had to give you my experience on him and whatnot.
Everybody's had a moment of fear, you know.
Yeah. So,
He didn't know where he was at. He was in the city, you know what I'm saying?
You know
Better
what?
known as the Biddy.
I
on
gave
that
you-
Deuce 5 and that 7th Ave block.
Right.
Shit get hot real fast.
No
Snoop
doubt.
Dogg piled him out when they was doing that Gin and Juice video.
Yeah.
So everybody knows this for real. For real. 1,000 with it.
No
Understand
doubt.
what I'm saying?
Well,
That's that scene where he's riding up on his bike with the blue rag all on his head and everything. That shit wasn't filmed live. That was some shit that was edited because niggas got ran off the block. Believe that. That shit didn't happen.
Everything
I
that
want
they
you to understand
filmed
that.
was allowed to be filmed, but you know that's another story. So I gave you all that background on Cube just to say that I can't put him at my number one. I'm gonna have to give my number one to Pac. Rest in peace. You know, the way he represented, the way I think we said it in the previous podcast, how you know, we did top 5 artists, you know, in general, East and West Coast, and he was in my top 5, and he was in most of our top 5s, and you know, the way he came out so hard on Death Row after being bailed out of jail, and you know, California Love, and you know, Fresh Off Bail, California Dreaming, you know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, no doubt.
Is that right?
Live and die in L.A.
Right. So I'm gonna
It's
give
the
him.
place to be, baby.
I'm gonna give him my number one spot in my top 5. I'll give Cube the second spot. You know, lyrically, dope. You know, battle rhymes. The diss record he did against, you know, NWA. You know, so on and so forth. I give him my number 2 spot. My number 3, I got to give it to a West Coast pioneer who really put his, I'll call Mac music out there in that Bay Area, you know what I'm saying? That, you know, Yay area as they call it. I got to give it to the Mac, Too Short, you know what I'm saying? That's going to be my number 3. Yeah, that's my number 3 right there. So
He started that Mackin'.
you know what I'm saying? He's still doing things, and you know, he was out there selling out his trunk.
That nigga's rocking EDM right now, nigga. Vicious.
Yeah. But you know, I got to give it to Short. I really do on as my number 3. My number 4 is gonna have to be E-Feezy. I mean, another, you know, Bay Area representative, and I mean, I've seen him live at a car show, and is a humble cat, and you know, everybody that he's collabed with, all the music that he's done, him having his own style,
That
having his
nigga
own
really
lingo,
gets hypey.
you know, all that, you know what I'm saying? The Bay Area is for years has had their own style, and he's been one of the pioneers of that, and it's West Coast, and I have roots to the Bay Area, so I got to give my number 4 to E-Feezy.
And make sure you go out there and get that Slurricane.
Right.
That Slurricane and some of that E40 malt, honey malt liquor infusion.
Yeah, I'll probably pass
Get
on
that
that, but I
E40
mean, you know,
beer.
props
I don't
to
condone that.
yeah, props to him for doing his thing.
But you know, entrepreneur.
I wish you could make my own beer. Shit.
well,
can.
we about to, and then shouts out to our boy Alfred and
Hub City Brewery and
Hub City
SoCal
Brewery, man.
Cerveceros.
Hub City Brewery.
Hub City.
yeah,
Hub City and also SoCal Cerveceros.
yep. Appreciate
appreciate
our love.
Number
appreciate our
5.
love.
Ready?
Appreciate the love. My number
Brujeria.
5. Drum roll,
Brujeria
please.
as well. Those are
My
number
number
5.
5 on the West Coast. Now we saying artists, so I can't say group. But I'm gonna go on and I'll give my number 5 to Kendrick, just to wrap it up, and just to give that new school. You know, he's still representing our West Coast.
He said, "Kate out, y'all."
Yeah,
Kate
I
out.
gotta give him number 5. I gotta make sure he's up in there. I give him that. So I'll move on with that.
That's real.
Word,
Show you
word.
right.
West. Left coast to best
Now
coast.
we're left with the man of the
Left
hour.
coast to best
On
coast.
the hour. With the hour. I can go ahead and name down the list. Matt Verbals, you're the last one.
You on the clock.
And
Number
here
1,
we
please.
go.
Rest in peace to my soldier, Pac.
That's
Yeah,
right.
boy.
Top of the list.
That's what's up.
Representing every aspect of what we are, culture. You know what I'm saying? Even the negative on the thug life. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. But that's my dude. I was following him when he first started. You know what I'm saying? From Juice to Apocalypse Now. And yeah, I told niggas he was gonna blow up. Motherfuckers didn't believe me, so he always get my tops because that dude really represented it, and I had a, you know what I'm saying? There was a spiritual connection. Unfortunately, he got robbed of life. We didn't get a chance to get down, but Pac's number one on mine, definitely.
Tippy top of the totem pole, y'all.
Tippy top of the totem pole.
That's what's up.
On my next one, man, I'm gonna take y'all niggas where y'all sleeping at. Right. King T, nigga.
Oh.
Y'all niggas know about that.
Damn.
Then while y'all playing with it for real, Ice Cube.
Hold on. You said King T.
He said we gotta go back to
Gotta
King T.
go back to
King
King T. Black and Brown Movement. We gotta give it to King T, who was a judge in a contest that we participated in way back in the day.
Was some new shit that
Rest
was gonna
in
be
peace
on
to
MTV.
Rodney King, because he was part of that panel of judges as well. And it was like an MTV hip hop pilot or whatever. And so we was, I guess, kind of auditioning for that. And it was like, it was a contest because, you know, there was a bunch of acts or whatever. And so yeah, give props to King T. You know what I'm saying? He critiqued us and he was a judge.
That
in
real
that
low
contest.
riding West Coast shit. Are you serious?
No doubt.
He's killing it. Then let's see, what was that? That was number 3? Was that number 3? So number 4 would be. Y'all ain't even ready for it.
I'm waiting for
Y'all don't even recognize him as a West Coast. Kumo D.
Kumo D.
West Coast?
Kumo D.
I thought he was from East Coast. I'm just asking because I ain't know. Really?
The Wild Wild West. Oh, the Wild Wild West.
What? I mean, that song, yeah, but I thought he was from the East Coast, though.
Rep the West, kid. Give him his.
All right.
And then,
hey, by the way, I just mentioned that Rodney King passed away. Is there a confirmation on that? Because I don't want to be.
He did pass away.
He drowned in a swimming pool.
Yeah, he did pass away, right?
Yeah.
He did.
Okay. So I was right on that. Okay.
And then my closeout.
Drum roll, people.
It goes to the. He's always in my cut and he keeps it cool. You know what it is. Ice Cube. But nah.
So you'll put Ice Cube number 5.
I'm excuse me. It's fucked up. Nah, it's too hard.
Yeah, man.
Because you know what? I'm taking him out. And I'm not putting Kendrick in either. I love Kendrick. But guess what? Excuse me. The original gangster rapper and the first one to do it. Do you know who he is? Here's Silence of the Compound Punks. Ice-T.
Oh! Ice-T.
Original gangster.
That's real.
6 in the morning.
That nigga was
Police
a
at my
gangster.
door.
He was a gangster
Fresh
pimp.
Adidas squeaking
A
across the
gangster
bathroom
pimp.
floor.
Yeah.
Out the bath window, I made my escape. Didn't even get a chance to grab my old school tape.
Hey, how about colors? Color.
What you talking about, nigga? Yo, man, I need a bit of that. You know what I'm saying? That R&B, that Eric B, that Rakim. Dope. I'm your pusher.
Right.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah.
Niggas don't respect that dude. That's the first nigga to go as a gangster rapper to go get a check from a motherfucker with no contract. With no contract, he got a $50,000 check.
Even like a firecracker
and
quick
blew
as a
up.
fuse.
So that's my top 5.
You're real with that. Hey, you know what? I'll give you that. That's real with it, man. Ice-T. Wow.
You know what?
Wow.
Let me.
The nigga opened up a club, Water the Bush. Shit was smash popping. African Mambata. All the OG heads was in that motherfucker every night, elbow to elbow, nigga. Some house party shit. You niggas ain't even understanding. Some old school days party. Niggas stepping there, getting that motherfucker elbow to elbow. Niggas are stepping on each other's feet. Wasn't no violence.
Look,
Ice-T,
let me
mad
speak on
respect.
this. Let me speak
Water
on
the
this.
Bush, flashback. I was 17. I wasn't even supposed to be in that motherfucker.
Let me speak on this. When you say Ice-T,
Bum rush the show.
you say Ice Cube, you know, NWA, you talk about West Coast artists, even Pac. You know, that brings me to a topic of, you know what I'm saying, streets.
Brother.
To the streets. You know what I'm saying? To gangbanging, you know what I'm saying? Bloods and Crips, Crips and Bloods, you know what I'm saying?
How it turned from
Essays, you know what I'm
positive to a
saying?
negative.
Everything 13, you know what I'm saying?
It's the bastard child of the Black Panther Party.
The life we live, you know what I'm saying? The life we've lived to this point. I just kind of want to speak on, you know what I'm saying, the whole gangbanging thing real quick because, you know, it's a serious topic for us as Black and Brown.
Especially with brothers on the block dying every day.
Definitely. And the fact of the pen, the pinta, you know what I'm saying, them perpetuating that whole black and brown beef, you know what I'm saying?
Stupid.
It doesn't make sense, which is why we are who we are. We the Black and Brown Movement. It's all about unity amongst blacks and brown. And, you know, you got red and blue with the Bloods and Crips, but the real color is green, man. I mean, that's one of the other reasons we doing what we doing, you know what I'm saying? We looking to be independent. We looking to have our own companies. We looking to cut out every middleman at every corner that we can. And we're trying really to do something positive for ourselves as well as our community.
No, we're not trying. We're doing it.
You're right.
Because trying leads
to
room
failure.
for
No,
failure.
you're right. We are doing it. We have been doing it, and we'll continue to do it. And I just wanted to kind of bring that up because, you know, it is an issue. You know what I'm saying? I mentioned earlier Pookie and his whole, you know, his story of the West Side Crips and whatnot. But part of the title to the book, which, you know, is not on Amazon or whatnot, is
From
and
Crip
his
to
concept
Christ.
is Crip to Christ. You know, basically him talking about going from gangbanging to finding God and getting your life right. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, most of us here on this panel are fathers and
Spiritual
have
foundation.
kids, and we all are spiritual, and so, you know, we got to speak on that. You know what I'm saying? And from last week's podcast with Brothers on the Block and us talking about Brothers on the Block dying and the whole concept of that song, you know, we fight against all that. So we got to speak on it. You know what I'm saying? That whole, you know, blue and red, man, it's got to stop. You know, it's about green, man. It's about us getting together and making money together and beating the system and stop letting us kill each other and doing the work for that man who's sitting back and laughing while we doing
Abusive
it.
ad hominem. Do you know what it means? It means to beat the man every chance you get.
At every corner, at every opportunity. You know what I'm saying? So just had to mention that right quick. Had to speak on that. You know, it ties into what our brother died at the hands of. You know, unfortunately, you know, he was taken out on a gang initiation.
Random gang initiation.
Yeah,
Some
on something
MS-13s
that,
to
you
just
know,
drive by and shoot any black people.
He basically was never a part of any of that. He was part of this
Never.
music thing. Matter of fact, one of the top labels that he promoted for was Loud Records. And I want to give a shout out.
Priority. He was getting ready to get signed with Priority when he got murdered. He was getting ready to blow it up.
Yeah, but Loud Records, there was something special in his heart for them because
True.
when he passed, I got to give props to the
Rifkin.
the Rifkins. You know what I'm saying? They paid for his services. His going away celebration
They
was
paid
like
for all of it. Let's
like
keep
an
that shit
industry
clear. They put a big
event.
donation in though. Let's
Well, I mean,
not
they
give
paid
them-
for the cremation, and that, you know, that was really the main thing. But the fact is that his going away service was an industry event. There was a lot of people within the industry that were there, that represented, that
Pay
to this day that
respects.
know about him. Props to Bigga B
Shout out to Shaheed.
and to Shaheed, Bigga B, Orlando, Club
Rest in
Unity.
peace, Bigga B.
Yeah, rest in peace, Bigga B, who actually named his son after my brother. And
Shout out to Exhibit for giving shouts out to her little brother on Recycled Assassins
No
at the
doubt.
closing.
No doubt, you know what I'm saying, and we'll post that. Actually, we'll put that on this podcast at the end, so you'll get to hear that. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's what it is. So, just I had to put that out there. You know what I'm saying? As a Black and Brown Movement founding father, you know, talk up on this gang thing. Talk about, you know, the fact that a lot of people don't know us because we've been behind the scenes, but we've been in this industry for years. And, you know, the connections of my brother's death to Tupac and Biggie's death, you know, are coincidental. You know, they were all in the same time frame. And the fact that he was trying to start a tour called the Smash the Beef Tour, which was going to be featuring East Coast, West Coast artists, Black and Brown artists. And most of those artists were coming off of Loud Records. You're talking about, you know,
Busta
Big
Rhymes,
Pun, rest in peace, Big Pun, who died a year after my brother died, and who felt a little responsible for my brother's death because the night he died,
They were late.
they were at the USC radio
recording.
station. Yeah, and Big Pun felt like he freestyled
He was
overtime.
promoting his album, his new album.
Yeah, so, you know, the correlation between, you know, us and the industry and the ties are you know, deep, and, you know, a lot of people don't know, so we putting it out there, and that's the reason I spoke on all this right now.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? It's really hard words to say, you know. about that, but you know what? Oh, when it comes to one thing, when it comes to that, I want to make it very simplistic as possible. We are unity, strength, and we're one movement. We move together, we live together, we die together. Doesn't matter what culture you're from, doesn't matter what color you're from. We are one. We stand together, we fight together, and we die together. We are a one movement.
One movement.
We're a one movement. That's what it's all about. That's what it is. And I hope the words that we're actually talking about to you, ladies and gentlemen, that are listening to this, hopefully it gets to you, and hopefully you guys spread the word upon it.
It hits you, hopefully,
and
to the heart.
To understand that it's not about, it's not about the color of your skin. It's not about who's making what money. There's no such thing as us being labeled as who's a lower class, middle class, high. No, the hell with that.
We're human beings.
We're human beings.
We're all on the same level.
We're all on the same level, and we all have the same culture.
We all have the same color blood.
Exactly.
Yeah. We all have the same dreams. Everybody wants
ladies and gentlemen, when you guys
do what they want to do and get paid to do it,
When you see another person, I know it doesn't matter what type of color skin, but when you see the other individual, just say, hey, I appreciate you.
Just say hi.
Just say hi.
Yep.
So I
get out
appreciate
your
your
comfort
presence.
zone, right?
Yeah, get out of that damn
Don't be scared
comfort.
of somebody else. Don't be
Get
scared
out
or
of that
afraid
inner
of them because you
circle.
don't know them.
Greet someone. Make them feel welcome and warm in this world that we live in.
That's all it is.
It's called love. God said love everybody. 1 John 4:7-8.
It's called a one movement. That's what it is called. Because
are you movement material? That's the question.
That same
individual
that you're looking, you could be on a metro bus, you could be you could be on a train, you could be either walking by. That individual is going through the same shit you're going through.
Stop looking people in their face and not say hi.
We're not here to judge. That's not our code. God
Black
is
people, white people, purple people.
God is the one judging.
Say hi. It takes nothing. It's one breath. You breathe it every day and waste it.
Indeed, absolutely, indeed. And you know what? And that's why we appreciate you guys to listen to this podcast. And I'm hoping you guys can spread the word, spread the movement, because we are one movement. And I hope it continues, which it will continue, because we're not gonna stop talking what we gotta talk about. And I'm hoping that you guys spread the word to everybody worldwide, nationwide, that we're all about our peoples.
Unity.
It's not about
peace, unity,
love, strength, and peace. That's what it's about.
God, love.
If you remember last segment, I broke down half of my genealogy, so that means I'm of everything. So there's no way that I can be discriminative of any race.
Yeah, you remember in high school?
I.M.C. is what we be, B&B.
Remember
we
in high
represent
school?
black and brown because that's where we come from. That's what we are as descendants. But we represent international, multicultural.
Remember in high school when everybody clicked up? You know what I'm saying? Blacks, browns, Asians, whatever.
And it used to just be crews.
Everyone, maybe it was a mixed crew, whatever, but everyone kind of clicked up on some stuff.
But that's when tagging started. That's when all the little kids started hitting up the whole little tagging shit began.
The reason I bring that up is because I remember high school. For me, I didn't fit into any one of those cliques because of being I.M.C.
Mm-hmm.
And so for me, I ended up actually getting along with everybody. And that's how it should be. You know what I'm saying? That whole clique thing, I get it. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with staying with your own kind.
I don't get it. Let me just jump in there. I don't get it. Because that clique shit is what we dealing with politically right now. The haves and the have-nots. It's a problem and always has been. So no, I don't get it. And I don't agree with it because just because I didn't have Nikes in elementary school or whatever and I wore Ability Kids and nigga had on Levi's or Sergio Valentes, it made me less than. No. That's some jacked up psychological stuff that carries on in society as we get older, and then you get to find out who's the Oreo cookie nigga versus the real nigga.
But you know what? That's a poor man's mentality. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of, I mean, we talked about it earlier, and we'll bring it up now. Like, you know, East Coast versus West Coast. Like, you're going to hear us always represent the West Coast because that's where we're from. But I have a lot of friends
We love the East music.
from the East Coast. And I Uber, and I've talked to a gang of people from the East Coast, and I ask them all the time what they feel about, you know, LA. And, you know, what's brought up a lot to me is the whole fake, you know,
Uppity,
mentality,
acting bougie.
the whole Hollywood thing. You know what I'm saying? People think about LA, the first thing they think about is Hollywood. And that mentality is, you know, what do you have? How much do you have? You know, what are you wearing? And you know what I'm saying?
All this fake commercial
That type of
bull
stuff
crap
to
rap.
me-
I got all these racks and stacks, and niggas ain't got not a bank account
That's real, you know.
or own a house.
And to chime in on that, you know what I'm saying? That makes no sense to me because it's like, well, while you guys out there thinking that, you know, oh, you know, LA is Hollywood, fake people and stuff like that. Well, y'all niggas ain't come down to the inner cities. Y'all ain't came down to the hood. Y'all ain't came down to South
Word.
Central,
Yeah.
Compton. You know what I'm saying? Why?
Need some real people
You know
of
what I'm
LA.
saying?
Yeah.
Inglewood. Y'all not been to
The
the,
West
hoods.
Adams Historic District.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Come down to the hood, and then you know what I'm saying.
The
You'll get a real
jungles.
perspective on what our mentality is. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Bro, that's
Because
real.
while you thinking about these Hollywood people, that's not us. As a matter of fact, man, we got a problem with those people. We keep them away from our hood too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's not who we are.
Right.
So come down here and figure out, or not figure out, but come down here and see what the real is.
Everybody
Before you
talks
assume.
about USC, but guess what? They call it University of Spoiled Children. But best believe all those spoiled children that have attended USC have got a culture shock and a nigga wake up call, and they understand this inner city shit more respectfully than they did when they started. So when they graduate after their 4 years, best believe they humble.
Well, you know what we call as USC,
University of South Central is where I graduated from.
you know, and we got our degrees, you know.
That's
might,
right.
Hard
Might not be a
knocks.
paper, you know, but it's surviving to this point, you know.
I'm a veteran of the California block.
You know, my man right here, Mr. Marcus, man, Verbo's been shot 14 times, you know. And
Twice. I've been shot twice.
Right, and I was
14
there
on one setting.
for both
And on
occasions,
Thanksgiving
you know what I'm saying?
'99, I took 15 bullets in my right ankle. But God blessed me to be here and told me to move out the hood, and that's what I did, and I'm still here. Blessed with 4 beautiful children. Right now, I'm holding my little 2-year-old who's like a little energetic inner bunny, and she's supposed to be asleep, but she's riding with Dad right now.
God bless.
She's here. Say hi to everybody, Buttercup.
Say hi, mama.
Say hi, Mari.
Say hi to everybody out there. No?
Oh, she playing shy.
Yeah, she's being
But
shy right
the
now.
reason I brought that up with the whole East Coast thing is because one thing I do respect about East Coasters is how straight up they are. You know what I'm saying? They don't hold their tongue. They speak their mind. They say what they got to say. And I respect that. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I respect about my brother here and why we've been able to deal with each other for as long as we have. You know, I'm not with that whole fake shit. And unfortunately, we've dealt with a lot of it, you know, along the way.
Comers
you know,
and goers.
even to get to this point. But you know, ultimately, if everybody at least, you know what I mean, did that on a simplistic level, as my man Ivan said, you know, just speak your mind, man. Say what you gotta say, like you
Like
know,
that City
whatever
Bank
your
commercial.
feelings are. You know what I'm saying? Whether your feelings are hurt, you feeling butt hurt, you know, you mad about something, you feel like something's unfair. You know, speak on it. You know what I'm saying?
Speak your heart.
Communicate, and that way, you know, us as men, us as people can deal with it, and we can, you know, have a conversation and we can move on. You know, unfortunately, you know, when cats is playing that fake role and they not keeping it real, then you know that's where problems arise. And so, you know, that's why we here keeping it real and talking this what we talking.
You know, and let me just say this one more thing, man. Let me say this, you know, because you were speaking about, you know, the whole East Coast mentality versus the West Coast mentality. Let me say this. Hey, yo, shout out to our homeboy Devin. Shout out to our
No
homeboy
doubt.
Devin.
From Philly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
From Philly,
From
once
Philly,
again, from
the homie.
Philly.
Yep.
You know
That's
what I'm
what's
saying?
up.
Hopefully in the future, man, we can get this man up in here with us. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, he'll be
He
here.
can give us our East Coast, you know, perspective.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
told him
versus
about
our
that.
West Coast perspective. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because you know, he's my neighbor, and you know, from the conversations that he and I had, you know, there are some mad differences.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It'd be good to have him in here
Yep.
with us. He'll
Real.
be in here with us eventually. You know
No
what I'm saying?
doubt, no doubt.
Hopefully sooner than later.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? So that'll be a good topic we can move on to next. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
That's what's up.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Where we at on time?
But you know what? Look,
Engineer over there.
So
yeah, 80 minutes. About rounding up to 80 minutes right now.
so
all right, so you know what? Before we end this, let's go ahead and actually go give a shout out to the Dodgers.
Oh yeah, that's what's up.
Shout out to the Dodger
Blue
Blue.
Crew.
Dodger Blue.
Go
because
Dodgers!
you know
You
what?
gotta win it this year, baby.
They gotta win this World Series, man.
Got the best
They
record
need to get.
in the
They need to get
all of the major leagues.
Well, yeah,
man.
they got the best record all over
It's
national and
already
American
on the way. You
overall.
heard it here first.
They've been-
84 to 34 record. Like so,
been-
as of now,
They've
but
been
obviously
breaking
it'll
all
go-
these records, man. Everyone's balling out. They went all in at the trade deadline. They got Yu Darvish. They got another starting pitcher, especially with Kershaw going down. Puig is changed his little attitude, and he's not just swinging at
because
everything.
you know what? I agree. Roberts actually changed his ass finally.
Yeah, Dave
Matured
Roberts.
him, and
Yeah,
he's mature, but he's still
Gotta
a little
give
cocky.
props.
But he's maturing at the same. He's trying to be that.
I mean, rookie of the year, almost. I mean, he's in the discussion for MVP of the league. Cody Bellinger. I
Miss
mean,
Agon though, man.
he'll be back though. He'll be
Yeah.
back. We still have him. You know what I'm saying? He's been injured, but he'll be back. Corey Seager's still doing his thing. JT, Justin Turner, he's balling out. You know what I'm saying?
Even Ellis too, man.
And you gotta love it. You got the best. We got the best closer in the major leagues in Kenley Jansen. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I got to give it to the Dodgers. I mean, not a super baseball fan, but I definitely tune in. I definitely listen to sports radio. I know that we won tonight against the Padres, and that makes it 22 series in a row that we've won this season in a row. A series, if people don't know in baseball, is you might play 3 or 4 games, and to win the series, if it's a 3-game series, you got to win 2 out of the 3. If it's a 4-game, you got to win 3 out of the 4. So 22 series in a row as of today, we've won. You know what I'm saying? And the Dodgers is balling out, and it would be a super disappointment if they did not win the World Series this year. For you sports fans out there, baseball fans, got to give love to our Dodgers, and we've been speaking sports on the last couple episodes, and so got to give a little love to them, and go Blue Crew.
Yeah, absolutely. And also go, LA Sparks. But hey, there's one more actually I wanted to ask you, B, because now we jump into sports. Top 5, present, not past, present. Name your top 5.
Laker players?
No.
Wait, did you say Lakers though?
No.
I thought I heard you say Lakers.
No.
What happens when you say Lakers though? Lakers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's show.
Purple and gold.
My bad. I thought I heard you say Lakers, but go ahead.
Of course. He can't go like, you can't go wrong. So, name your top 5, actually for all of us, top 5 NBA players right now in this present right now. East and West, doesn't matter.
Okay.
Kick it off.
And then
I am curious.
we'll end it on this top 5, but I like that. Go for it.
Well, who's starting top 5?
You
Yes,
starting it.
you're the guest, homie.
I'm starting top
Yeah.
5?
Yeah, you're starting.
You're our guest tonight.
Players, whether it's East or West.
Yep.
Yeah, players.
All right, man. Check this out, man.
Yo.
So, number 1, man, I'm going to go with KD.
That's right.
All right.
I could agree
That's
with
what's
that.
up. Yeah.
KD has already proven to LeBron and everybody else that he's the man.
LeBron.
No
Period.
Yep.
Sorry,
I don't care what
LeBron. Sorry.
Okay, KD didn't go ride no Golden State coattails. They were riding his.
No doubt.
Okay?
True.
That's what
that's
shown.
That's
That's
what
what's shown.
Okay, so KD is number 1. Okay. We got to be basketball fans here. We got to be real. Look, number 2, I'm going to give it. You know what? No. Number 2, I'm giving it to Kawhi. Kawhi Leonard. Shout out to Kawhi Leonard.
Oh, yeah.
wow.
You know what?
Okay.
I
Kawhi
give you
Leonard,
that.
San Antonio Spurs.
I
Two-way
agree.
player, offensive, defensive.
I agree.
Actually, the number 1 best 2-way player in the
Yeah.
NBA right now.
Yes, sir.
Can't argue with that.
Okay, Kawhi Leonard, number 2.
I have no comment about that. And I mean it in a positive way.
Kawhi, number 2, okay? We're going to go with Kawhi, number 2. Number 3, I'm going to go ahead on and give number 3 to the triple-double king, Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Russell Westbrook, okay? Averaged a triple-double just past season.
Yep, no
Russell
doubt.
Westbrook is number 3. I don't give a shit what none of y'all say, okay?
Oh, shit.
Look, and he might...
Especially
hey,
you.
want to throw a little... Hey, look.
Marcus.
Yo, You don't average a triple double. You don't average double digits in assists and rebounds without looking out for your team. That's what happened. Okay, there it is. Okay,
only on one other person has done it. The Big O.
Exactly. You know
how long ago that was?
Yeah, that was the 1960s.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, with these garbage rules we got nowadays in the NBA, Russell Westbrook averaged a triple double. Number 3 in that list. Okay.
What's number 4?
So number 4. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead on and give number 4 to LeBron James. Okay, because we may not like
I ain't saying
LeBron
shit. I'm
James
listening
as
to you.
much, but we got to give credit where credit is due. We got to, look at talent the way talent is.
Agreed.
LeBron James.
Agreed.
Okay, LeBron James, number 4. All right, number 5. Okay.
Hey, if you notice that he has no LeBron is no details. There's no details.
There doesn't need to be any details. It's LeBron James. Wherever he goes, for some reason, the damn team wins. It's LeBron James. Okay, the NBA has... I don't want to go deep into this because everybody has their own views. But, real quick, LeBron James has been handed every... All right, so, number 5. Number 5, people. Here we go. I'm going to go ahead on and give it to that man who just makes it Staffordless. I'm talking about that man, number 30, with Golden State, Steph Curry. Okay, breaking ankles.
The baby assassin.
Okay.
The baby face assassin.
Man, you know what I'm saying? Shooting threes and turning away before they even go in.
Yeah, he got that from his daddy.
I'm saying, knowing when it's going in. LeBron James, his ankles, his knees, they all fucked up after this past season. I know y'all saw that. Okay, he had him sliding. Okay, he had him leaning. All right. Steph Curry, number 5. That's all I'm saying. Man, ankle breakage. It was over.
Wow.
All right. That's my top 5, y'all.
All right.
So my top 5 will be this present day. For me, this present day will be Russell. I give it to Russell Westbrook, and because he reminds me of Kobe. He's taking that team and making it happen. He's making it happen, and
the killer instinct.
Exactly, he's killing it with that instinct. Number 2 will be. For me, number 2 actually will be Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard, very good, plays offense, defensive, very well.
Yep.
I cannot disagree what B over here saying about it. Number 3 will be number 3 for me will actually be, as a matter of fact, number 3 will be Kyle Irving.
Wow.
I'm sorry. Kyle Irving was my top 5.
Don't be sorry. That's your top 5.
He showed up in the playoffs. He showed up
too,
and he showed up very quick. And he's a phenomenal player. Number 4 for me, in this present right now would actually be shit. I'm already
spit it out already.
Okay, I'm going, Craig. Number 4 actually would be actually, you know what? Underrated. Lillard. I'm gonna go with Lillard.
Who?
Damian Lillard.
Damian Lillard. Okay.
I'm gonna go with Damian Lillard because he's underrated.
He is definitely underrated.
He is underrated.
Yeah,
and,
definitely.
We don't have him, McCollum, but
Dame.
Lillard.
Yeah.
Lillard is
number 5.
He's a beast. Number 5, I would say overall. I'm not even gonna say LeBron because I don't want to. No, I'm not gonna go with LeBron.
Well, you gotta come up with somebody.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna come. You know what? I'm gonna come with Isaiah Thomas.
Oh wow,
Isaiah Thomas.
Wow,
phenomenal player.
He's clutch in the fourth quarter. You proved last season.
He's clutch overall. I love that series between him and Washington.
All right, that's a good top 5.
So go ahead, you kill it.
All right, so number 1 in the league for me right now. I'm gonna have to agree with Double B over here. KD, definitely.
Kill and destroy.
Definitely, yeah. That's a good one. They call him the Slim Reaper. Yeah,
the Slim Reaper, everybody.
Yeah. So number 1 there. Number 2, I'm gonna I'm not a fan of him as a person per se, but I cannot deny the skills, and I have to give it to LeBron as number 2.
LBJ,
number 2 player in the league today. Number 3, I think I would say, you know what? Gotta give it to Steph. He's been balling out even before KD got there, and he's been holding down Golden State, even though he had a good supporting cast in Clay and Draymond. But Steph at number 3, number 4. I think I have to give it to. Ooh, that's a tough one. I didn't even mention him yet, so I got to give it to him. Kawhi at 4. That's my number 4.
KL 2.
Yeah, number 5. It's tough. Got to give it to James Harden.
The beard.
Yeah,
the beard is alive.
Shots out to Westbrook. I still think even though he averages 10 assists, to me somehow he's more of a selfish player and definitely not a point guard but a 2 guard. So props to him as a.
I disagree. He's a hybrid. He's a new type of
definitely hybrid. But Harden, the way he's able to get those fouls and you know,
the master.
So that means you gotta kill it.
It's on you, Dink, right?
Yeah.
Top 5. All right. I'm gonna go with LeBron because everything he's done since he came in the league, he's set a precedence of the youth to the presence where he's at now with his fade and hairline. But the nigga's game is impeccable. Period.
Can't deny it.
I'm not a fan at all.
By the way, he grew up.
We're talking about right now. So
by the
way,
I don't mean to cut you off, Marcus, man. I just want to say this, and just by what Marcus just said, you know what I'm saying?
A minute 30 seconds.
Yo,
a minute 30 seconds. Let him get his top 5.
I'm just saying, shout out to the nigga who revived LeBron James' hairline. That's it. That's all I want to say.
KD number 2.
Right.
Then I'm going with Steph at number 3.
Okay.
Westbrook
4.
And the last 2 is the double. I can't just leave him out.
Okay, go for it.
That's Kawhi and Harden.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, you know what, ladies and gentlemen? Now we gotta cut this off. We've been up here all night doing what we gotta do. But I want to go ahead and thank everybody for listening to this episode.
Especially,
I appreciate you guys very much.
Man. Especially,
mostly I want to go ahead and shout out to my boy right here, Mr. Double B, which he's gonna join us pretty soon on the next episode of
on the wrestling.
We will rob the throb. He hates that shit. But anyways,
thank you to our engineer tonight, Mr. Dink Right, Mad Verbals, aka Marcus Jones.
Give it a shout out to my boy right there, JR. We'll give a shout out to everybody else. J Rock, 58 Block,
representative,
everybody else.
Yep,
shout out to the B Unit.
Yep, J Rock. To all our our troops, man. You know who you are. We've been shooting you out the last 2 episodes. We don't really have to say too many names. If you a movement member, you know who you are. We appreciate people requesting the second podcast.
Absolutely.
And hopefully you enjoy this third one.
You want to give a shout out before we end this?
One love. Shout out